We're back again. I bet with the last one you thought I didn't finish, but I just didn't have time to say thanks. So let's take a look at blood types, because I said I was going to spend some time on this, because this has two of those very new, maybe to you, and weird genetics things. Great. This is why I'm a teacher, because I use great language like that. Shut up. All right, sounds fair. So let's look at blood types. Blood types are special. They show codominance as well as showing that multiple alleles. So remember when we talked about codominance, you have two dominant people. Neither one is going to back down. Okay, let's start with that. Let's start with the multiple alleles. You're used to it being either capital T, lowercase t, capital A, lowercase a, big S, little s. Okay, you're used to seeing two alleles, two letters. Okay, and usually they're the same, and one's capital and one's lowercase. Blood types are different. Okay, we have more than two letters, as you can literally see right here. And maybe you know about your own blood type, or maybe you've heard about different blood types before. So let's just take a look here and see what letters we have. Now, they're not capital, lowercase necessarily. We have A for A-type blood. We have the B allele for B-type blood. Here we have AB type, which means having one A allele and one B allele. That's the heterozygous. Okay, remember that's having the two different forms. And we have O type. O is the recessive, so if we had to make any lowercase, that would be O. All right. So if you look here, they write it in, of course, a confusing way. Instead of just writing A, B, and O, they denote this letter I, and they put a superscript, like an exponent, for A and B. Well, where's O? They don't even write it. They write a lowercase I with nothing. Actually, there's kind of a good reason for that. If I'm not misspeaking, I'm pretty sure that O type is actually type 0, which is why they put nothing. But 0 and O look the same, so we think of it as letter O. So there it is, O. All right, so we know that there are multiple alleles. We have A, B, and O. There are 3 different alleles you could have for your blood, and that gives us 4 different blood types. Why? There's a lot of different combinations that we could have. So let's look at the blood themselves. Does blood really look like that? No. Thanks for disappointing us. Okay, this is kind of an imagination that you can kind of think about. So let's say type A. On the outside of your blood cells, on the outside of a lot of your cells, there are different markers, not like a pen or a pencil kind of marker, like kind of like a flag, a genetic marker. So that means it's made with like proteins and carbs and stuff, a marker that says this is you. Mine say this is Mrs. Huff. That's why if you get an organ transplant from someone else, they have to make sure your body's not going to reject it. And you have to take lots of medicine. They have to wait a long time to find a match for you, because you need to find someone whose markers match yours as close as possible. And sometimes the body still is like, that's a liver. No, it's not a liver. That's an invader. Kill it. So that's why organ transplants aren't always perfect, and why people have to be on a waiting list for quite some time. Anyway, so you can think of type A blood having a marker on the outside like a triangle, and maybe B type blood has a marker on the outside like a circle. And I have A type blood, I always tell people my blood type is like my grades, A positive. All right, anyway, so if someone gave me B type blood, my blood would be there like, what are you doing? We're being invaded, kill it. And that would cause a blood clot, and I might die. So that would be unfortunate, which is why you have to get certain types of blood. Same thing if someone gave me AB type blood, my blood would be like, what's those? Okay, I see triangles. What's with those nasty circles? No circle, gang. Get that out of here. Kill it. But if it's O type blood, it would be like, there's not anything on there. Yeah, you're fine. Come on in. Your blood. Blood's blood. Come on in, buddy. You're fine. So that tells us something about blood. Anyone can receive O type blood. And you can receive your own type blood, whatever that is, A, B, or AB, or O, whatever blood type you are. If you're type AB, we've got triangles and circles. Your blood would be like, you got circles? Come on in. The gate's open. You got triangles? We love triangles here. Come on in. You got nothing? Welcome. So AB, you are the universal recipient, which means you can receive any type of blood. O-type blood, my mom was O-type blood. She could only receive O-type blood. Actually, I think my brother's also O-type. So they can't receive blood from me because I'm A-type. So if you're O-type, they're like, triangle, circle, nope, we don't want to see any of that. Just O-type, just nothing. Give us a whole lot of nothing. So O-type blood is the universal donor. They can give to anybody. That's why if you find out if you're O-type blood, you could try to donate blood to people and save lives. If you're any type of blood, you can donate blood and help save people's lives. It's a good thing to do. But let's look at this. So we can see codominance here. If you have the A and B allele, you'll have AB type blood. A isn't dominant over B. B is not dominant over A. If you have A and B, they will both show up. They are both codominant. If you have O-type blood, that's double recessive. You need both of the recessive O to show O-type. So that's why it's type 0. It's got nothing on it. It's the recessive type. If you have an A and an O, you're going to have A-type blood. That's simple, regular dominance. If you have a B and an O, you're going to have B-type blood. What if I have two Bs? You have B-type blood. Okay, so what are these different combinations? For A, you can have two A's or an A and an O. For B-type, you can have two B's or a B and an O. For AB-type blood, you have to have an A and a B. And for O-type, you have to have two recessive O's. They're written as little letter I. So when you're doing any blood type problem, that's how you're going to have to write that out. And you're going to have to kind of look at that to determine whether or not, what blood type that they have. Okay, and at some point, we'll put up some practice problems and try them together. But for now, that's an introduction to how blood types work and a little bit about your blood. So I hope you learned something, and I'll see you soon.